Anybody that practices public speaking, for the most part, is a good speaker. Of course, you have to be organized and prepared with what you're speaking about, as well as having a way that the audience can follow and understand the information that you're giving them. But what is very important as a public speaker is working on actual speaking. And actual speaking is learning to speak as you write. The challenge that we have is we live in a society that uses filler. And when I say filler, what I mean is just that. I mean, like, you know, so. Filler are words that we use when we are not ready to verbally say what we want to say. Our mind has it, so we're searching. The problem is that it gets jumbled with the rest of the content that you desire for the audience to receive. And because we, in general, mimic what everyone else around us is speaking and how they're speaking, we use filler so much and we're not even aware of it. And when people are listening to us, they're not aware of it. However, when you practice speaking as you write, which I'll explain in a second, people will notice. It'll be more clear. They'll understand it more clearly, more crisp, have greater clarity, and they will notice. Individuals won't notice when you're speaking good, but they'll notice when you enhance it, and truly will absorb and retain more of the information that you're trying to teach them. Speaking as you write is this. When you write, you have a thought or certain amount of information that you have in a sentence. And you put a period at the end of that sentence, and you have two spaces. What that space does is it gives the reader, and we all do this in the subconscious, a breather to take in what we just had, prepared, anticipating some more information that's connected to the information we just had. Our mind takes that split second and realizes that. We're able to separate it so each sentence has information that we need to have separately, however connected. When we speak like that, we too will give the audience a second to absorb, to filter the information they were just given, and it prepares them to be ready to take in the next information that you're giving them. What happens when we speak without stopping is that sooner or later the audience gets behind mentally, because their mind is absorbing what was said while we're speaking ahead. In order to have the most impactful speech is one you're able to give all the information that as much as the person can absorb, is able to take in. That's success. Learning to speak with periods. And how you do that is you focus on one person through the thought, through the sentence, and stop with that thought. And that split second, you're able to pause when you shift contact away from that person to another person in the audience. That enables you to pause. It creates a pause, and you continue to speak. So we begin to link sentences, and that pause enables us, instead of saying, you know, like, I mean, so, we pause to make eye contact with someone, and therefore we're not using filler. We're allowing our mind to bring us back to what we need to speak next. Eye contact with one through a thought, pausing as you look to someone else. And you teach yourself this. You practice this. Practice makes permanent. Permanently practice exactly what you want and need to sound, so the audience can get fully what information you want them to receive. And that is the beginning step of being a successful speaker.